Time for another video, and before we get started, a big thank you and shout out once again to everyone who has liked and subscribed so far. This is a channel dedicated to helping others improve as artists in the most efficient manner possible by leveraging the research of neuroscience, meta-learning, and autodidacticism. It's been about 1 year since I started this channel to share the somewhat unusual way that I approach learning to draw and paint and trying to test whether there is anything to neuroscience and so-called learning hacks in order to leverage smarter and more efficient skill acquisition as an artist. In that time frame, I've thoroughly enjoyed talking with everyone who took the time to leave a comment and share their own experiences and art learning journeys with me. I've spoken with people who learned at globally renowned art institutions, professional artists, and those with no experience whatsoever in art, but who are fascinated at applying the learning methodologies to other creative aspects like writing or music. This was actually an unexpected benefit of starting the channel, this social aspect and constant feedback loop. You guys are like a second set of eyes, and you can spot and call me out on things that I have not yet considered or on mistakes that I'm making but cannot yet see for myself. The importance of this cannot be understated. It saved me a lot of time already, and it helps me to make my training even more focused and specific. And I believe that being a part of a community is a hugely useful and helpful aspect of learning something as vast as art. Something that many of you have been asking for since my first videos is a Discord server, a dedicated place that we can all gather online and share our work and learn together. And I've been down for this since I first heard it mentioned, but I didn't want to release something half-baked. As such, I've spent a while thinking about how such a destination would work and what it could offer, and how it would need to be structured to genuinely try and help those who visit it to improve in the most efficient manner possible. I talk a lot about these different learning methods and have shared some of the science behind them before, but a lot of it is still not proven for learning art, and I myself am not a neuroscientist. While I cannot run a legitimate scientific experiment just yet, I can use a platform like Discord to host something special with a catchy clickbaity title, like the world's biggest art learning experiment. And so that's what I'm announcing today. In the description of this video is the code to join our brand new Discord server dedicated to learning and improving art using the techniques I do. The idea is to get a whole bunch of people to try and learn to draw using these techniques and see if it works. But it's not just for total beginners, nor is it just for those interested in using my approaches. Anyone passionate about self-improvement as an artist is welcome there, and hopefully by sharing our work and learning notes with one another, we can create an encyclopedia of really useful art learning advice for everyone. There's only a little bit there right now, but as this channel grows and I introduce you to more experiments and concepts, the resources will grow alongside it, and you'll be able to test them all for yourselves with a growing list of activities and challenges. My hope is that by getting a lot of people to just play with these techniques, we can at least anecdotally test them out amongst ourselves and raise awareness of them. Then, in the future, perhaps someone much smarter than me can take them even further and test them more scientifically. And so that's not the only announcement I have today. A lot of you have been asking for my Anki deck specifically that I use to run my spaced repetition learning experiment, and I've been reluctant to share these because of these little things called copyright laws. I couldn't share the book scans I use, which sucks because I want to try and make it as easy as possible for you guys to try this stuff out for yourself. I think it's still best to make your own cards specific for you, but that's also tedious and not everyone likes that idea. So what I decided to do was to create an Anki deck designed for complete beginners who want to learn to draw from imagination, which mirrors the path I took and collates the key concepts that I have learned from the books. Fair warning, the deck only has a few cards at the moment, but more will be added each week or so to introduce new concepts at a steady pace, and not get you all overwhelmed with a huge Anki backlog. It also means that I can take feedback from you guys and adapt the deck as it gets made, making it better in real time. It's based loosely on the Scott Robertson book How to Draw, which is the way I learned to make these sorts of drawings. It's not plagiarized from the books, instead it's a rewrite of my own notes that I have taken over the duration of my experiment so far, structured in a linear, step-by-step pathway that takes you from drawing lines to drawing boxes and other primitive forms in perspective from your own imagination, in what I consider to be the simplest, most efficient way. It's completely free, and you don't even have to subscribe to my newsletter or anything like that to get it. But if you did feel so inclined to use it, it might be cool if you could share your progress and experience with it via the Discord server and train alongside others like yourselves to contribute to the experiment. Hence the name, Big Art Learning Experiment. Try it out and let me know how it goes. The course will also be released for free here on YouTube in video form, so you don't even need Anki to learn this stuff. There's no filler, there's no messing around, it's just actionable stuff to get you up and drawing ASAP. The only thing it does require is commitment. I think to make best use of this, you need to commit 2 30-minute sessions a day, or 1 hour of your spare time daily, and that's not a lot, but it is important to practice every day if you want to see results. And I can't help you with that bit. That's on you. The first video in the playlist will talk you through the instructions for getting the deck, so head over there. There's also room on the cards to make notes, and I've even written easy and hard challenges to help you manage your cognitive load as you grow more skilled. Think of these as digital notes, each on a specific subject that you'll add to yourself over time as you explore and play with the concept that each card discusses. If this goes well, I'll see if I can make more Anki decks in the future to cover a wider array of things like painting, drawing anatomy, and anything else that you guys might find useful, based on my own notes and the exercises I have developed around them. My aim is to make these a hopefully better and more efficient learning experience than I've encountered while paying hundreds of dollars for courses by top YouTubers that didn't even teach me the fundamentals. I've mentioned this before, but I really think that these learning methodologies are important and that they should be more widely known and used. I do not get why authors do not make a spaced repetition learning deck to accompany their books upon release. Why isn't there an app for that? Maybe we'll see it become the norm someday. I hope you've enjoyed the content I've put out over this last year. I'm going to try and share some more frequent updates with some shorter videos, but the longer format ones are still coming. There will be new experiments and learning methods to look at in 2025 and beyond. I wish you all the very best for 2025, and I hope that we can all continue to learn and grow together and get better at art.